Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start. We are going to go ahead and start. We are going to go ahead and start. We're going to go ahead and start. We are going to go ahead and start. We're going to go ahead and start. If I cannot start, okay. Go. Welcome to our Calexico Unified School meeting. It is 5:02. Today is November 18, 2021. Item A1 call to order. Janet?
Trustees present this evening are Trustee Romero, Trustee Magallanes, Trustee Alvarado, Trustee Lorenzo Calderon Jr., and Trustee Ciro Calderon. You have a full quorum.
Thank you. Item A2, Pledge of Allegiance. If everybody will stand, please. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. That was not cool. Interrupting the Pledge of Allegiance, that was not cool, just so you know. This is not about mistreating the teachers, it's the respect for the flag, okay? I respect your right. I do respect your right to do this. However, when you disrespect the Pledge of Allegiance, I have to say something. Okay? So, that's enough. Item B, public comments, closed session items only. Daniel K. Edwards.
We're 6 foot apart here. Thank you for letting me speak here tonight, ladies and gentlemen of the board and staff, teachers. I'm here as the husband of one of your teachers. I'd like to congratulate this board. I was a public school teacher for 37 plus years, now retired. Rarely have I seen a school board that shows so little compassion and empathy toward their teachers, the students, and the community they were elected to serve. Why? How you've demonstrated your lack of support by repeatedly failing to honestly negotiate with their teachers. I was involved in the union all 37 years of my teaching, Arizona Teachers and California Teachers Association. I stayed at state council for a couple of years. Never had I heard of negotiations being dragged out so long in Arizona or here in California. The state of California has, over the past 5 years, granted millions of dollars to their public schools, especially schools with high-need students, which these teachers have done a hell of a job working with the last couple of years. When will the teachers receive their share? Teaching during the pandemic is extremely stressful for teachers and students. Why are you, the governing board of the Calexico School District, making it even more stressful? I wonder what the people of Calexico think of you, their elected governing board of Calexico Schools, spending money to hire carpetbagger lawyers who have no interest in Calexico. Carpetbagger lawyers who have no interest in Calexico except to collect as many billable hours of money to negotiate for you. Are you looking for someone to blame when you drive your teachers to strike? You're demanding teachers and staff give up their health insurance. The health insurance that is the exemplar job benefit to working in Calexico. And from conversations with other teachers I had at state council, it's one of the best benefits in all of the state of California, yet you want to get rid of it. What is going to attract the teachers to Calexico when some of these folks retire, when some of these folks decide they've had enough of this crap and move on to a district who will respect them, provide better benefits, salary, and working conditions? Why do your teachers have to suffer year after year at various teacher meetings by being the lowest paid teachers there? You can do better, so much better. Treat your teachers with the respect they've earned. Stop this nonsense. Keep their insurance benefit. Make them the highest paid teachers in Imperial County. There's some very simple math also. Happy teachers equals happier, better educated children, which is what you all want. And the last thing, even though I'm a Central Union High Spartan graduate, tomorrow night against Mission Bay, go Bulldogs. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Jose Guillen.
My name is Jose Guillen. I don't know if I'm gonna be out of order, but I was wondering what happened to the complaint that what's his name, administration had against some of you guys that I'm looking at, and what's gonna happen with you? Because I think, I don't know, I'm not sure how you were found or I'm getting nervous, I'm sorry. What's gonna happen with everything that happened to you guys that you made, it's like the sir that just came out over here and pay a lot of money for lawyers to see what's gonna happen to the persons that were doing something wrong with administrators, bullying administrators and some workers? That's my question, and I hope you guys really give it a chance for the teachers, because one thing is for sure, you were taught by somebody else, and everything you know was from a teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Guillen. Maria Bravo.
Good evening, Board, Executive Cabinet, members of the audience, brothers and sisters in union. We are united in solidarity with you. I'm going to piggyback a little bit on what Mr. Guillen had mentioned, and I will start off as such. The document which was made public at the June 22nd board meeting under closed session regarding complaints against board members by the Calexico Unified School District Executive Cabinet, I appreciate the transparency in providing that document. At the June 24, 2021, the minutes of the June 22nd meeting was not attached. It was not included. Why is that? At the August 12th meeting, the June 22nd meeting minutes are included, but there was no attachment of the document of the complaints against 4 out of 5 board members towards you from the Executive Cabinet. The document on the potential corrective measures related to complaint against trustees was not made public or available at the November 10th special board meeting, although it was made available to the public only if requested under the Public Records Act. I take this as censoring the public, the community, from speaking for or against the document. There is one other document that was made public, and that is the memo addressed to attorneys Pearl and Estrada, and it speaks on concerns and remedies. The reason I am bringing this issue up is due to the following. I was at that board meeting. There was some discussion. I didn't like the discussion very much because we were pretty much blindfolded, not knowing what you were talking about. That was not transparency. So it appears that the Calexico Unified School District Board of Trustees will receive a gentle tap on the wrist, and that action should also apply to every single employee of the Calexico Unified School District. If you talk the talk, then you shall walk the walk. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria Bravo. Dr. Gina Nunez.
Good evening, members of the Calexico Unified School District and members of our distinguished audience. I am here today to speak in support of the teachers of our district. My understanding is that teachers in this district have been working without a contract since 2017, and that is criminal. Teachers and staff have been working without a cost of living increase since then, and that is criminal. We sit on money that belongs to the people. We sit on money that belongs to the people of this community. And it is time that we begin to invest our money into the people of the community that invest into the greatest assets we have, our children. Teachers and staff, you are here, but without job security, I don't know how long you will be standing. As a proud alumni of Calexico High School, class of 1990, I have been proud to represent my community everywhere I have gone. I have built universities, and I can tell you I do not stand alone. You see these posters. We have Calexico High School graduates attend every single one of these universities with great respect. I know I stand here with great leaders, professionals that have come out of Calexico High School in the school district. I am saddened to learn that during the times of these most challenging and difficult times of our history, a time of the pandemic, when our teachers have cared for their children at home and have cared for the children of this community, we have abandoned them. How can we expect our students to succeed when we have abandoned, shunned, and ignored their teachers, many of them who serve as their mentors? As Calexico Unified School District board members, you have an important role to play as elected board members, to represent the public, to represent the priorities of this community, and education should be our priority. Investing in your teachers and your staff is investing in your students. This is not the time of division of us versus them. This is the time of we, because when I read this document, it says Calexico Unified School District. During this time in which millions of people are leaving their jobs, 4 million people left their jobs in September alone. Every time a teacher leaves their profession, we lose years of hopes and dreams that they have invested in getting their degrees and their certifications to come invest in our community. If they made an investment in us, why are we not willing to invest in them? I am a proud alumni of Calexico High School, and I can tell you, because I come from Calexico, I have been offered jobs. I helped build CSU Monterey Bay, and I was able to get that job because someone knew I came from Calexico High School. I am the fruit of my teachers, Mrs. Lowe, Mrs. Belcher, Mr. Bleck, Mr. Orduña, and so many who believed in me, a child of farm workers, and helped me fill out that job application because we believed, like our teachers told us, que sí se puede, that an education can change lives, and it's time we invest in them.
Thank you, Dr. Nunez. Ms. Holloway?
Good evening. The clock has not begun yet.
The microphone, the microphone.
Thank you, Aldo. I'm ready.
Ms. Holloway, can you say something?
I can say many, many things.
No.
I have been in front of this board
I can't-
many times saying many, many things.
I can't hear you, that's why.
I think you can hear me quite well, Ciro.
The microphone, I don't know if
Really?
it works.
It's on. I just wanted you to experience what it's like when no one listens to you, and when your words fall on deaf ears the way our words have fallen on deaf ears for all the times that we have spoken to you. It doesn't feel good not to be listened to. It doesn't feel good to speak in a vacuum. Maybe you can pay Mr. Pearl thousands of dollars to respond to this comment.
Thank you, Ms. Holloway. Angélica Dueñas. Angélica Dueñas. Angélica Dueñas.
Sí, soy Angélica Dueñas. Buenas tardes a todos. Voy a hablar en español porque sé que todos ustedes son bilingües. Y les voy a recordar que ser bilingüe y ser residente de Caléxico y ser una graduada de 1981 fue gracias a mis maestros. Y que muchos de ustedes, que los miro aquí, los reconozco. Y que también fueron estudiantes de Caléxico. Ahora como representante de padres y de representantes de abuelos que tenemos estudiantes, estoy tan avergonzada de tener que venir aquí a verlos a la cara. ¿Y saben por qué? Porque yo los elegí, porque yo voté. Voté con una esperanza de decir, estos jóvenes que se graduaron igual que yo, van a respetar igual que yo a los maestros y a toda nuestra ciudad de Caléxico. Pero me avergüenzo. Desafortunadamente puedo decirles que me avergüenzo tanto de oír que no hay un contrato en 4 años. Es una vergüenza. Me da mucho coraje saber que están cortando beneficios de salud y otros beneficios cuando ustedes mismos saben lo alto que están estos costos. ¿Y quiénes son ellos? Los segundos padres de nuestros hijos, los segundos padres de nuestros nietos. ¿Y qué le puedo decir? Ya lo dijo el señor Edwards, se los dijo en inglés. Ya lo dijo la otra señora, se los dijo en inglés. Ahora se los vengo yo a decir en español. ¿Ok? I know that you're bilingual like me, thanks to our teachers. So once again, please don't give us that feeling of being so ashamed of being from Caléxico, because we're not ashamed. Always a bulldog, forever a bulldog. So you guys need to consider who these people are. I come from the human services field. I worked for 25 years for Department of Social Services, and I was always proud of what I did. I cannot say, and I hope that you can say the same thing. Siéntanse orgullosos, pero no avergonzados. Yo estoy avergonzado de oír todo lo que están diciendo. Es mi primera vez aquí, pero no es la primera vez que oigo todas estas injusticias. Ustedes saben el costo de vida. ¿Qué les puedo decir? Son profesionales, todos y cada uno de ustedes. Todos y cada uno de ustedes han vivido aquí. Saben lo que es estar aquí en Caléxico. Saben lo que nuestros niños han sufrido, sobre todo por la pandemia. ¿Y quiénes estuvieron atrás de esa pantalla? Los maestros. Entonces, ¿qué esperan? ¿Qué esperan para considerar? Yo, con mucho respeto, los considero profesionales, humanos y sobre todo padres de algunos hijos que, a menos de que los hayan sacado, como cierto de mis compañeros, llevarlos al distrito del centro, porque decían, Caléxico no sirve. ¿Por qué? Porque no están considerando a los maestros y sus necesidades. Tenemos que empezar del punto, del núcleo más importante, que es la casa y los maestros. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, señora Dueñas. Margarita Angulo.
Buenas tardes a todos. Buenas tardes, mesa directiva. Mi nombre es Margarita Angulo, soy la crossing guard de la calle 98 y la escuela Rockwood Avenue. Estamos aquí por el motivo de mis compañeras y yo, para hacer la visita de queremos hacer algunas peticiones. La primera es que nos sentimos discriminadas y estamos pidiendo igualdad. ¿Igualdad cómo? Porque queremos que los clasifiquen como parte del distrito escolar, que nos miden con los mismos derechos que todos. El motivo es de que queremos de que nos incluyan en la unión, que seamos parte de la unión. Por algún motivo no se ha arreglado nada desde hace un año, y más de un año que vinimos nosotros aquí a pedir lo mismo, que nos clasificaran, y hasta el momento todavía no se nos ha resuelto nada. Otra de nuestras peticiones es de que ocupamos que nos redondeen las horas, que sean 4 horas de perdida, porque en el cruce de los niños, cuando están afuera de la escuela ya a las 3:30, los niños siguen pasando cuando nosotros ya nos tenemos que retirar. Y nos tenemos que quedar a pasar al último y ya estamos ponchando tarde. Lo mismo en la mañana, tenemos multitud de niños que pasan en el bus, que son a las 7 de la mañana, cuando nosotros llegamos, tenemos que pasarlos, porque pues no los podemos dejar que se pasen solos, no alcanzamos a sacar el equipo porque están pasando los niños, es en la mañana y after school. Necesitamos que nos ayuden con las horas para las escuelas que tienen más multitud de niños en la salida, que son, por ejemplo, la Jefferson, la Dule, la escuela Rockwood tiene más niños porque llegan más camiones, y estamos en el centro de la ciudad, es donde hay más niños de todas las escuelas. También estamos pidiendo que el personal nuevo tenga su equipo. Su equipo me refiero a que tienen que tener una sombrilla, el primer día de trabajo, que nos den un stop sign, un silbato, lo primordial, y un chaleco. Está haciendo mucho calor, están a 110, 120 cuando hay calor, y las substitute no tienen una sombrilla, no tienen el equipo adecuado. Llueve, no tienen sombrilla, hace calor, son seres humanos y también se pueden insolar como cualquier otra persona. Acerca de los chalecos, ¿dónde están? Ese es el chaleco que nos dieron. Necesitamos un chaleco que sea visible para el tráfico. El chaleco que nos dieron, necesitamos un chaleco más grande, más visible como este ya está viejito. Estamos en el tráfico y corremos el peligro nosotros y los niños. Tenemos que ser visibles. Gracias. Gracias a todos por su atención.
Gracias, señor Angulo. Leticia Aldana Cota.
Buenas noches. ¿Me escuchan? Buenas noches, miembros de la mesa directiva, a todos mis compañeros, muchísimas gracias por estar aquí. Voy a hablar español porque, como dijo la otra señora, somos bilingües, somos producto de Calexico, somos bulldogs, once a bulldog, always a bulldog. Y también los que no son bulldogs ya son por los años que llevan trabajando aquí. El motivo por el que estoy aquí es para recordarles a la mesa directiva lo que les dije hace dos juntas. Ustedes, cuando quieren nuestro voto, nos hacen promesa y media hasta lograr su objetivo. Una vez que logran su objetivo, se les olvidan sus promesas. Por eso, si miran ustedes las que tienen aquí un velito así, son las novias de rancho de las que les dije la otra vez. Y cada novia de rancho representa 15 o 20 maestros, 15 o 20 familiares que votan en la ciudad de Calexico. Y les voy a recordar, a woman scorned does not forget. I am getting tired of hearing that you guys just don't want to negotiate with us. You bring outsiders to do the negotiations. They don't care about us. Come on, give me a break. And then we're paying tons of money to attorneys for what? You guys need to value your teachers. You need to value your students. You need to value your counselors and your employees. You need to settle this, and you guys have the authority to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctora Cota. Will Slater?
Just as a point of interest, I'm not a domestic terrorist. I'm an angry citizen. Okay, that's just make that clear. But this situation, you guys have to pat yourself on the back, because I was here I did retire last year, but I was here for 32 years, and I have to say, this is the worst performing board I have ever seen. And you say you want to go to impasse. Well, let me tell you, I was telling them 4 years ago to go to impasse, because you can't prove anything. We go to impasse, then we go to mediation. You go to mediation, you're not going to prove anything there. Mediators is going to try to get you together. Are you going to come together on this in mediation? So that means we go to fact-finding. You can't prove crap in fact-finding, except you've been negligent with the monies coming into this district. This is the largest district in the valley. We have, used to be the number, I don't remember, it's like 66, but it might be less now because things are growing. But we have over 50% of the kids in this valley. You have more money, more equipment, you should have more everything to serve these kids. And for some reason, you seem hell-bent on going down a road you're not going to win. Not going to. But the other problem is, I'm not here for these teachers, I'm here for the kids. Why in God's name are you hell-bent on destroying their education? Teachers are leaving this district. They won't come here. You cannot, if you think for 1 minute, you can go out and say, look, we're the lowest paid district in the valley, and we need quality teachers to come here. We're going to go see what, you're not going to get them. They're going to go to Brawley. They might say, well, you know, I talked to the personnel, and they said, oh, we're going to do all these good things for you. Well, guess what? They're going to look at Brawley and go, yeah, right. They won't come. We're losing teachers to Brawley. And other districts. You need to take a vested interest in this. How do you get up in the morning and look at the community here and say, yeah, I did a good job? Kids don't show up like this because you're doing a good job. People don't form groups like this because you're doing a good job. You've sucked at this job for several years. You want to know how bad this is? I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was up in Flagstaff, and I got a text. I was sitting on a mountain watching the sunrise come up. I was hunting elk. And I get a text message from one of my buddies here, and I go, God, you got to be kidding me. Well, I decided I'm going to leave a little early, and I'm going to come down here because somebody needs to start pointing out how bad you guys are really doing at this. And the fact that you don't have a conviction to serve this community and to get the best teachers you can get for these kids who deserve the best to go out and be competitive in the job market that's coming. If you don't have that conviction, you need to step down. And I'll tell you this, you don't need to start listening to these lawyers. They don't have a vested interest in this. The more problems they cause, the more of this, the more money you write to them. The lawyers don't have a conviction. They don't have a sense of consciousness. They want money. They bill their hours. I know, I've dealt with plenty of them. Probably because I have a big mouth. But that's beside the point. I'm telling you, you can't kill the kids of Calexico. They already have enough problems with this behind, with the COVID and all the other things. They deserve a fair chance in this world in the education. And you can't do it by getting people that don't care, that are here because, oh, I couldn't get a job anywhere else, I guess I'll go to Calexico. We already did that with superintendents, if you remember Alvarez. You know, he came in, he was a carpet-bagging superintendent. You can find him on the internet, because that's what we got. We need good people here. They need good people.
Thank you, Mrs. Slater. Montse Gomez.
Good evening. I hope you are all doing well. All I have to say is a couple of questions for the board members. Do you remember as a kid when your parents were stressed about the bills, about their jobs, about whether or not they will be insured? Or did they live in fear knowing that if their benefits got taken away, we could be on the brink of financial collapse? Well, I know if you do, but I don't know if you do, but I sure do. As a student of 2 teachers, I am here to stand my ground. I'm sorry for my language, but I feel it's quite ridiculous what you're doing to these teachers. My parents, hardworking teachers, teachers that bring up that frown to a sparkling smile, keep struggling and fighting. Life is truly unpredictable. With the pandemic, with inflation, how will I live? I am soon off to college. I don't know how comfortable knowing my parents will be uninsured one day. I know how comfortable I am. I don't know how comfortable I am because it could potentially be my last moment with them before I leave. Of course, I do not expect you to understand. For some of you, you've never experienced it. So here I am, reminding you that I am beginning to settle with the teachers. I am for the teachers. I am a student for ACT, and I will continue to support them. The teachers do so much more than what is part of their contract. There are so many teachers that in regular years will dedicate their own time before, during, and after school for their students. It's during this extra time that these teachers have an impact on their students. We all have different childhoods and memories in which we reminisce. For me, most of these memories took place here in this same school. Cesar Chavez became my second home. Teachers from this school became my second parents. It was my community, my family. My dad, a second grade teacher here, would always stay after 3:10. He would plan, organize, innovate new ways to keep his students interested in learning. Because of all his extra effort, his students remember him. He made sure every single student of his felt special and also understood that he would always be here for them. Because in all honesty, there are plenty of students who go to this district and rely on their teachers for all types of advice. Many students look up to their teachers as their own parents. Time after time, students go up to him and thank him for all the extra steps he took. They know how much he cared. And doing what was only part of his contract would not lead to the same conclusion. Although he never got paid for these extra hours he dedicated, he never complained because this benefited his students. I can say with full confidence that he does not and will never regret the time he has put in. Yet enough is enough. He has family, bills, and college to pay for. Now tell me, how is this fair that they do all this for the students of Calexico and the board members of the district don't even have the decency to pay them the minimum they deserve? You, the board, have been voted to do what is best for the students of Calexico. So fill your role and think about the students. How many students right now are failing due to the pandemic? All you board members are not doing anything about that. We all know you care about the data which states the students' academic performance. Then why don't you pay the teachers who are willing to help get you out of this rut? All I am saying is the solution is easy. Pay the teachers as they deserve, show them that you value them. Because without them, how will the students succeed? How will your beloved district succeed? You need the teachers. If no change is done, you will leave us with no other choice but to perform walkouts, boycotts, and protests like we did yesterday. This is only the beginning. You need the teachers. Act now or forever hold your peace.
Thank you, Monse Gomez. Ángel de Dios.
I hope you like the new hair.
Are you guys familiar with the phrase that initiative is everything?
All right, can you hear me now? All right. I hope you like the new hair. Are you guys familiar with the phrase that initiative is everything? My dad has worked in grocery stores since he was 8. He comes from Mexicali, and ever since I was a kid, he told me, la iniciativa es todo. So if you saw the bag there, all full, take it out the trash. It's simple. You see something, you do it. Last time we were here, you clearly took advantage of your own rules. You saw, oh, that 20-minute rule. It's so easy to use upon them. I'm not going to take the initiative to know that all these people, which I can tell you, this is more than 100 probably, and that's literally more than 4 of your oversized classrooms. These people are here, and you know that, but you're not doing anything. You're not saying, I'm going to put this in the agenda, I'm going to write this down, I'm going to talk about it with my other colleagues. No, you don't care about that initiative. Initiative is when you take the first step forward. Initiative is the teachers finally stepping up. Initiative is finally all of us students here, and I can tell, I don't know if you know, we're more than before. Initiative is yesterday, all the students, over 40 of the students, over more than your oversized classrooms, standing out in Birch Street and protesting. That is what initiative is. And Mr. Calderon, I don't know if you remember me from 1 year ago when we were in the English building. You told me one thing, that I love when students, when other people come back and make the change. Why aren't you making any change? You told me that, and it's stuck in my head. And there's nothing else that you're doing with your colleagues, nothing else. And all you hear is just sitting, writing notes, and looking down, and that's all you care about. Initiative is actually stepping up. And I'm gonna remember those words when I go off and I come back and I actually make change for this community. And I hope I'm not as embarrassed as I was freshman year, because I remember coming into Calexico, in the Calexico High School, and being embarrassed just to be part of the school. I remember that I wanted to go to Southwest. Central's better, that's what they told me. Go to Imperial, that's better, but I stayed. And now I'm honestly super embarrassed, because it is ridiculous to me when they ask me, why isn't the school doing this? Why aren't the teachers? Because they're literally doing what their contract says. The teachers are tired of everything, and all the other districts are paying attention. And not just that, if you check the news from the UMNL Central, you're gonna see that tomorrow, there's gonna be a voice of students and us on air in public. And they're all gonna see it. So you better know that. And you also better know that I am 5 months away from being 18. Few of us are only just 3 months away. Someone's a month away, and you know what that means. I'm already a registered voter, so I hope you know that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ángel de Dios. Monique Viena?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Monique Ureña. I'm a student here at Calexico High School. So from what I observed from last meeting, I prepared something very short because I know your time is very valuable. The current state of negotiations right now between the board and ACT has greatly shaped campuses throughout Calexico right now and are seeping into students' education and students' lives. I'm pretty sure that at this point, I hope that it's common knowledge and you all know this. However, despite these deep-seated effects, it would be very unfair to ask these teachers to stand down from such a necessary fight. As students, we stand in solidarity with our teachers and turn to the board and ask you to attend to their needs. It's truly disheartening to see that our teachers feel that they're not properly compensated for their hard work and dedication. This feeling honestly says more about the employer than it does about the employee. It's not a sign of greed, like many of our misinformed community members have come to believe due to several misworded and ridiculously worded updates. It is a sign of neglect from the employer. We have seen firsthand how these teachers go above and beyond their job description to ensure that every student in Calexico has a fair opportunity towards achieving greatness despite our lack of resources, our limitations, and our disadvantages. Countless unpaid hours before and after school have been dedicated to unlocking the true potential of our student body. What better evidence for their hard work and dedication is there than myself, my peers that stand here with me today, and the other countless bright minds that the city of Calexico has produced? We have a bunch of UC-bound and Ivy-bound students ready to take on the world and academia. Because of the quality and support and mentorship provided by these teachers, wages are not rewards. They are a necessity that everyone has a right to, especially with rising prices and economic instability on the horizon. But if you're waiting for the teachers to prove their capabilities, our teachers have done more than earn their right to proper wages and proper benefits. With this in mind, I hope that you can reach into the depths of your heart. And as a student body, we ask and we hope that any decision made by the board today is one of nothing but compassion and appreciation for our teachers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ureña, and I apologize for the mistake. And Mr. Kim.
Good evening, everybody. Especially we have a lot of children here, and you will see the future of our collection. What we're doing right now is going to be impacting on the students and their lives, and the city of Calexico future. Okay. But I've been seeing a lot of people, they are attacking school board members, but please give them the break. At least they voluntarily to elect this of the community, doing dismantling the educations. They wanna controlling it, you guys, and not care about our futures, children's futures. And unfortunately, there's a lot of students, we go to university, they cannot hold it, they drop in the middle. Because we're failing the education, we're failing the support of a lot of good teachers. And very simple, do you know how much it costs for the lawyer here tonight here? Around $5,000. Okay? 8 hours can come and go, and pay up for the hours they serving, and food, and hotel. Okay? This our children's money, it's not yours. They need to support the money to support the teachers to make our education better. Always the happy employees have happy productions, which is teachers, they should not have to worry about their life. They should be dedicating our children, not worrying about their life, and they are working the part-time to cover the shortage of the house. In 5 years, they're not doing anything for them. And you guys are worse than Nazis. Okay? Nazis, when they were, they sacrificing the soldiers without enough food, nothing, just what's called They work for the country to keep the country stronger. But they don't have enough food. And now you guys doing it. Now you guys doing our teachers and the no money in the less money in the classroom, to doing like $5,000 like lawyers, and you guys is very nicely spending lawyer and consulting $12 million budget. Something wrong here. Okay? Why you have to have lawyers here every night, every meetings? If you don't know, study it. They have all the modern education there. If you need it, you can call. Just get the answer out. They used to be like that. But even you guys put the lawyer in the negotiation, just pressuring, scolding, and make them like a little uncomfortable. So we're not gonna get the here. We are a small town. We know everybody's. There can be more nice way to get the agreements, because the teachers, they want to best out of it our children's. But you guys not. You guys voluntarily dismantle our city's education system. Thank you for your service, but for nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. Marco Antonio Lopez.
I'm done.
Yeah, that was your 3 minutes.
Okay. When I elect board members, the administration convinced me, Kim, you cross the line. No more with them.
Mr. Kim,
Okay,
you
thank
already
you.
had your 3 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, so you cross the line, so you have all the powers.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Buenas noches, mesa del concejal. Buenas tardes a todos. Pues también yo, como dicen ahorita empezaron, yo también voy a hablarles en español, no ocupo hablarles en inglés, para que me entiendan lo que les voy a decir. Con lo que acabo de escuchar ahorita y con lo que tuve que ver la primera junta que me tocó venir, la verdad me están dejando con una mala impresión, porque ahorita que me acabo de enterar que votan por ustedes para que queden así, estén al mando. O sea, what happened? O sea, con lo que estoy leyendo aquí, espero que estén leyendo también y capten lo que les están pidiendo, porque con esto está más que la prueba que tienen que aprender a leer y escuchar a los trabajadores que trabajan para ustedes, porque aquí dice exactamente, apoya a los maestros de Caléxico. O sea, porque Caléxico, yo he escuchado que Caléxico lo mandan por un tubo, y o sea, para que los maestros no sean buen pagados, que no les están ayudando como las señoras, que las señoras son mayores de edad, los que trabajan para ayudar a los niños a cruzar la calle. Si no tienen el equipo necesario, la señora se va a venir muriendo o algo por el estilo. Así que espero y Diosito me los ilumine y hayan escuchado todo. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, Marco Antonio López. Gracias. Okay, that was item B. C, announcement of convening into closed session. At this point, the board will convene into closed session to discuss items from D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, and D7. And we'll let the public know when we come back from closed session. Thank you.